Beautiful good morning from the city of Coimbra in central Portugal. Now this is a very historic town. It's got one of the oldest universities in the world and a lot of stunning historic architecture. So let's go have a look around. So this right here is the Mondego River, which basically separates the two sides of Coimbra. So you got the main old town on this side and then another part of the city on this side. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cross this bridge over there, and first I want to show you this side because there are quite a few things to see as well. And then later in the video we're gonna head into the main historic old core. The time now is 9:30 in the morning and I just had breakfast at a little bakery, and yeah, I had some Portuguese croissants and then some pastries with meat inside and fresh orange juice, and the total price was only €8.50. Very reasonable. All right, we are now walking over the bridge here. Apologies for the noise. This is quite a substantial river though, the Mondego here. And from this perspective you can see it a bit better. This is the main historic old town, and then we are heading over there where we also have some historic buildings. Right, we have made it to the other side of the river here, and now I can talk with a bit less noise in the background. So the city of Coimbra here has thousands of years of history. It was actually a Roman settlement called Eminium about 2000 years ago, and then in the Middle Ages it became the capital of the Kingdom of Portugal from 1131 till 1255. And after that it became an important administrative, academic and cultural center thanks to its university. And now I apologize in advance for the huffing and puffing that this video will have, because saying that Coimbra has a lot of hills would be an understatement. This entire city is basically just a collection of hills, and you can see that they are pretty steep. So on the other side you have the main old town and then the river where I just came from, and yeah, I'm gonna show you the main part of the city later, but I first want to go up here because there is some kind of monastery. Now these tourists are actually coming up here with hiking gear. That's a bit overkill, but okay. Now here we have a little cat. So yeah, this city is quite a workout, as you can see. All right, we have made it to the monastery here. This is Santa Clara a Nova, so the new Santa Clara Monastery, and it was built in the 17th and 18th centuries to replace the old Santa Clara Monastery, Santa Clara a Velha. And that old monastery was located a few floors down, closer to the river, and that's why it always got flooded. So they built a new one here. And you can do a tour and check out the churches inside and so on, but I don't really have time for that because I need to head to the other side of the river and show you guys some more places here in Coimbra. As we are walking back down to the river, let me just quickly explain how I got here. So I took a Flixbus from Braga and it was a 2-hour journey, cost €6.99. Not much at all, and the Flixbus actually had a much more modern interior than the one that I was used to in France, Germany and Scandinavia. And that is one of the great things about Portugal. You can visit a lot of places in a short period of time here because the country isn't that big and the journeys aren't that long. Alright guys, heading over the bridge back to the old town now, and yeah, my main goal for today is to get all the way up there where this tower is. So let's go. So the old town starts around here, and then we'll have to ascend quite a few flights of stairs and hills to get to the top. And you can see that this part is way more touristy and crowded than the other side of the river, but that's okay. And yeah, this is the main shopping avenue of Coimbra. Quite pretty. You can see here we have all these colorful houses, and there seems to be some kind of show going on. I think this is a magic show. Let's see.
Una bolita. Una bolita. Esta bolita de papel. Esta bolita de papel.
And here you can see you have all these hills, and yeah, we're gonna ascend later. I just want to walk this pedestrian zone here for a bit more. This looks like a fancy coffee place. They also sell açaí, which is of course Brazilian. And I think that now we are arriving at one of the main squares here. Wow, look at this, guys. And this right here is Santa Cruz Church, built in the 12th century, and apparently it houses the remains of Portugal's first king. So let's see if we can go inside. Alright, so I am now inside the monastery, which is right next to the church, and you can visit the church for free. It is absolutely spectacular, and it has all these azulejo tiles, and the monastery here is €4 extra, but it is pretty stunning. So you have this massive courtyard here, which actually looks like the monastery in Lisbon that is right next to Belém Tower, and I forgot the name of that one, but I'll put it into the video. But yeah, this is the main Santa Cruz monastery here. Look at it. And yeah, inside this monastery complex here, you have several chambers, churches, chapels and sanctuaries, and then cloisters, and of course also the tombs of the first Portuguese kings. Alright guys, after having seen the monastery, which is right over there, it's time to commence the ascent. And there are quite a few hills here. So yeah, let's go up. Basically at the top of the hill here we have Coimbra University, which is absolutely stunning. And that's where I want to get to eventually. But yeah, if you live in this city, you are gonna do a lot of exercise on a day-to-day basis, as you can see. So I think that the people who live here actually drive up here by car, because I haven't seen any proper elevators or ways to get up without a car. I haven't seen any funiculars either. But yeah, have a look at it. Everything is built into the hill. Just look at this road right here. That is a proper ascent. And you can see the taxi driving down. So yeah, without a car, you're gonna do a lot of exercise here. The views are pretty breathtaking though. You can always see the colorful houses and the walls. And yeah, we still have quite a long way to go, because now I gotta ascend this. So yeah, let's start. As we are walking up here, let me show you some more views of Coimbra. There we go. So the river is down there, and then here you have all the different neighborhoods, and we are going into that direction where the university is. I don't know how difficult this looks on camera, but the hills are very steep. So this building on the left right here is part of the university. It's one of the faculties, and then here we have the locals drying their laundry. That is just the typical Southern European scene. The architecture is super pretty though. This building right here is actually also part of the university. And now we are going down again. But yeah, you can see the buildings up there on the hill. That is where I want to go. Holy moly, that's gonna be some more hills. I think now we are getting to a square. Looks promising. So this is Sevelha de Coimbra, which means old cathedral, and it was actually built in the 12th century as well. And it was here where the second Portuguese king was crowned. We actually saw his tomb in the Santa Cruz church. And yeah, that was when Coimbra was the capital of Portugal. Impressive church. But yeah, I'm not going to show you this one from the inside because I really got to continue, and we have already seen the inside of a big church. So yeah, let's move on. As we are continuing our walk through the medieval streets of Coimbra, let me quickly show you my accommodation as well. So I am staying at a small hotel called Avis, right on the edge of the old town. And it is a bit old, but clean and comfortable. And it only cost me 40 euros for one night, which is a very reasonable price. And yeah, Portugal has one of the best price-quality ratios in Europe. That's for sure. Alright guys, we have made it to the magnificent University of Coimbra here on the top of the hill. And yeah, this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. These buildings mostly date from the 16th century, but then of course a lot was added and rebuilt and renovated. But yeah, the University of Coimbra was actually founded in Lisbon in 1290, and then in the 1500s it was moved to Coimbra here. And yeah, this is arguably the highlight of this city. And yeah, does your university look like this? Mine definitely didn't. Bad luck guys, I just found out that to visit the library, which is apparently super beautiful, you have to buy a ticket. And the ticket office is miles into that direction, which is super weird actually, because the library is over there. But yeah, then I found out that you can also buy the tickets online. So I tried to do that, but there are no more tickets available for today, because these are timed tickets. So basically you get a time slot, and today everything is full. So yeah, I can't visit the library. But you know, that is just what happens when you travel spontaneously. Not everything can always go according to plan. And this is a very popular attraction here in Portugal. So better buy your tickets in advance. Now, you might say that I should have done more research and I should have known that I need to buy these tickets in advance. But the thing is, my travel style is really spontaneous. So I never really know where I'm going more than a few days in advance. I didn't know that I was coming here to Coimbra just 3 days ago. I was basically in Porto, and then I thought about going to Braga. And then after I had booked Braga, I was like, okay, maybe let's check out Coimbra. So that was 2 days ago. And because I travel so spontaneously, I can't really book anything in advance because plans also change. And I do like to have this freedom of not knowing where I'm going next, and also of just having the possibility to decide everything a few days in advance. And you know, the risk of that approach is that sometimes you don't get the best deals, and sometimes you miss out on places because certain very famous attractions like this library require a ticket in advance. And that is it from the beautiful city of Coimbra. This is a lovely place to visit. Definitely include it on your Portugal itinerary. And yeah, I have a few more days in Portugal, but I haven't really decided where I'm going next. I'm actually gonna figure that out now because I am leaving Coimbra tomorrow. And yeah, as always, thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.